This is an excerpt from The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferris, Dodging Bullets, Fear Setting and Escaping Paralysis. Quote, "Many a false step was made by standing still, fortune cookie." Quote, "Named must your fear be, before banish it you can." YODA from Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. Rio de Janeiro. 20 feet and closing. "Run! Run!" Hands didn't speak Portuguese, but the meaning was clear enough. Haul ass. His sneakers gripped firmly on the jagged rock, and he drove his chest forward toward 3,000 feet of nothing. He held his breath on the final step, and the panic drove him to near unconsciousness. His vision blurred at the edges, closing to a single pinpoint of light, and then he floated. The all-consuming celestial blue of the horizon hid his visual field an instant after he realized that the thermal updraft had caught him and the wings of the paraglider. Fear was behind him on the mountaintop, thousands of feet above the resplendent green forest and pristine white beaches of Copacabana. Hans Keeling had seen the light. That was Sunday. On Monday, Hans returned to his law office in Century City, Los Angeles' posh corporate haven, and promptly handed in his 3-week notice. For nearly 5 years, he had faced his alarm clock with the same dread. I have to do this for another 45 years? He had slept once under his desk at the office after a punishing, half-done project, only to wake up and continue on it the next morning. In the same morning, he had made himself a promise. 2 more times, and I'm out of here. Strike number 3 came the day before he left for his Brazilian vacation. We all make promises to ourselves, and Hans had done it before as well, but things were now somehow different. He was different. He realized something while arcing in slow circles toward the earth. Risks weren't that scary once you took them. His colleagues told him what he expected to hear. He was throwing it all away. He was in eternity on his way to the top. What the hell did he want? Hans didn't know exactly what he wanted, but he had tasted it. On the other hand, he did know what bored him to tears, and he was done with it. No more passing days as the living dead. No more dinners where his colleagues compared cars, riding on a sugar high of a new BMW purchase until someone bought a more expensive Mercedes. It was over. Immediately, a strange shift began. Hans felt for the first time in a long time at peace with himself and what he was doing. He had always been terrified of plane turbulence, as if he might die with the best inside of him. But now he could fly through a violent storm sleeping like a baby. Strange indeed. More than a year later, he was still getting unsolicited job offers from law firms. But then he had started Nexus Surf, a premier surf adventure company based on the tropical paradise of Florianópolis, Brazil. He had met his dream girl, a carioca with caramel-colored skin named Tatiana, and spent most of his time relaxing under palm trees or treating clients to the best times of their lives. Is this what he had been so afraid of? These days he sees his former self in the underjoyed and overworked professionals he takes out on the waves. Waiting for the swell, the true emotions come out. God, I wish I could do what you do. His reply was always the same. You can. The setting sun reflects off the surface of the water, providing a zen-like setting for a message he knows is true. It's not giving up to your current path on indefinite pause. He could pick up his law career exactly where he left off if he wanted to. But that is the furthest thing from his mind. As they paddle back to shore after an awesome session, his clients get a hold of themselves and regain their composure. They set foot on shore, and reality sinks its fangs in. I would, but I can't really throw it all away. He has to laugh.